hiding in my closet. I think there might be someone inside my fucking house right now.
I swear, everything is fine.
Give it up to my friend Derek Stacy.
This is fucking weird, right, guys? Holy shit. It's fucking weird. 4 of us had the ego to be like, these people want to be on recording for us, right? They want to. It was just me. I had the idea. I'm going to set this all the way over here. I'm going to grab it 16 times. This is just to, I don't know, fill time or something. I had this water back here the whole time, and it's a can. I was like, whose set do I want to ruin when I open it? I was like, oh, mine. So give me one second. Any Taylor Swift fans here? Good. You're going to fucking love this joke then. Holy shit. You're going to love it. I'm a pretty decent Taylor Swift fan. If you couldn't tell by my whole entire I fuck guys vibe. If you couldn't tell by that, I'm a pretty decent Taylor Swift fan. She released this song a couple years ago called Anti-Hero. If you listen to the radio, you probably heard it. You love Anti-Hero? Oh, yikes. Okay. It is a decent song. No, I think it's a decent song. Like, I think it's fun. You know, it's pretty catchy. But then it gets to the second verse. Do you guys want to hear how the second verse starts? Yeah. Starts with, sometimes I think everyone is a sexy baby, and I'm just the monster on the hill. Hey, Taylor, what the fuck is a sexy baby? And why are you the monster on the hill looking at all these sexy babies? Do you guys know the last monster to look at sexy babies? Epstein. I don't want Taylor killed by the Clintons, guys. It's not how I want that to go. I also, before I say this, is anyone in here polyamorous? Hey, no judging. But I do think polyamorous people are like the vegans of relationships, because they never shut the fuck up about it. Ever. I used to work at a restaurant, and one of the managers there was polyamorous, and I'm not kidding. At least probably once a shift, she would come up to me and be like, You should join mine and my partner's thing. You should join it. And I would have to like come up with like a pretty airtight excuse of why I can't. So I was like, I would always just say, well, I was raised Catholic by my parents, and like monogamy is a really important thing in Catholicism. So like, it's kind of stuck with me. So like that's what I always say, because I think it's way better than, I'm not gonna fuck you, ugly bitch. Ew, what the fuck? It's like, it's much safer to say that. I'm pretty young, so like most of my like life experiences come from high school. Anyone in here recently been in high school? It's probably just you. You look young. You're a child like me. More facial hair, that's depressing. Okay. But so I went to like, I took like an AP government class my senior year of high school. So just imagine all the most annoying kids you went to high school with. That's all that class was. It was the worst of the worst. And by the story I'm about to tell you, you'll understand what I mean by the worst of the worst. This girl stood up in class one day, she raised her hand to be cordial, but she still just stood up and said it. She just goes, and she's like, I think we need another 9/11. Maybe listen to the rest of the joke. That was mean. I'm so sorry. Holy fuck. You don't even have seats. Why am I being such a bitch? Holy shit. I'm so sorry. But anyways. But so, I'm not gonna lie. All of us were born in like a post 9/11 world, so it didn't really click to us. Like at first we were like, 9/11? That's like the butt to a Family Guy joke. And we only know Family Guy because of TikTok. So we were just confused. And then our teacher's like stone-faced for, I'm not even kidding, 10 minutes. He stops teaching this class for 10 minutes. It clicks to all of us. And then it finally clicks to her, and she's like, guys, what I really meant to say was we need another event so tragic that it brings Americans together. So I stood up, I said, what if we stuck to the Winter Olympics? You know? Curling brings me and my mom together every year. I'm up at 6 a.m. for that shit. Holy shit. Another thing, like I think high school is like very developmental for like probably everybody, right? Like it's a very developmental thing. It develops me into being a little bitch. Let me tell you why it developed me into being a little bitch. My sophomore year, I was a loser virgin, never dated a girl. Still one of those things now. Leave that to your imagination. But so this girl, she comes up to me and she's like, hey, do you want to go to homecoming with me? And I'm like, okay, yeah, yes, please, please. And like, I say yes, and she's like, okay, yeah, you know, we'll get all the details together and everything. And I go and I pick out my stuff, I buy the tickets. And then about 2 weeks before the dance, she comes up to me and she's like, hey, Derek, I can't go to the dance with you. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you can't go to the dance with me? And she's like, well, my dad, he has cancer. You can't be pissed about that, right, you guys? You can't be like, there's 4 stages, you can make it to one dance, you know? You can't be like that. And so, like, I had already bought the tickets, so, like, I go because that's like $50. That's like, that was like a lot of money to me as like a 16-year-old. A lot of money to me now, honestly. I'm pretty broke. Shout out to broke bitches, let's go! But so, I go to the dance and like I'm like hanging out with friends. They're showing Titanic for some reason. I don't know. I'm waiting to see some boobies or whatever happens in that movie. And I look across the dance floor and like it parts and she's standing there. And I'm like a 16-year-old, like I said, loser virgin. And so my first thought is, it's a fucking movie moment. She skipped out on her dad's chemo or something and came to the dance to see me. And then some more people move and she's dancing with another guy. I was heartbroken. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty heartbroken, guys. And about 30 minutes go by of me like sitting there sadly, still waiting for Titanic to get to the good part. And then she walks up to me and she goes, Derek, I think we need to talk. I said, yeah, we do. She's like, yeah, did you do the English homework for this weekend? I said, yeah, in between your dad's chemo treatments. Felt so cool, like big dick swing in there. Best part, I didn't say that. I sent her the fucking homework, guys. Holy shit. I needed it bad. Bad. I did that joke one time, and I said her name at the end of the joke, which probably wasn't a good move, and I posted it online, and she responds with like a TikTok video of like, no one found that funny, did they? No one laughed? She looks pretty fucking stupid now, doesn't she, guys? Holy shit. Holy shit. Fuck that bitch, right? Yeah. What if I just said her name again? I'm just like, ah! I would need all of you to come to my defense. I would need... You got me? Hell yeah. Random 40-year-old woman, let's go. Beat that 23-year-old bitch, yeah? I do love the concept of being like, want to know my get-out-of-jail-free card? My dad has cancer. But then like just pissing on it and going anyways, like that's crazy. You had like the get-out-of-jail-free for the next, I don't know, like 6 years, however long that lasts. She's like, nah, I'm going to fuck it up in one night. That'd be crazy, right? I just pull out a gun. That was. I'm sorry. Someone just laughed with such big fear. They were like, "Oh, oh, that guy's white. He's got a gun back there." Those black ripped jeans, Columbine much? My mom's birthday. My mom's birthday is actually on the anniversary of Columbine, and like people always try to point it out to her, but she tries to downplay Columbine, which is so awkward. They're like, "Did you know it was Hitler's birthday?" And she's like, "Oh fuck." And then they're like, "Did you know it's Columbine too?" She's like, "It was one school, you know. They did it in American Horror Story. It's not that big of a deal." My mom's actually really funny. This joke could go over so poorly. But it's so funny to just me, maybe. My mom's a teacher, and she teaches, like, preschoolers. So, like, I don't know. Hey, I'll take any laugh you fucking give me. Laugh your ass off, ma'am. Slay, or whatever the fucking queers are saying nowadays. My mom... she's a preschool teacher, and she'll always come home and like bitch about these 4-year-olds. She like came home one day, she's like, "Derek, you'll never fucking believe what these kids said at school today." I was like, "What?" She's like, "So last night," this kid came and told me this, she's like, "Last night, their mother was getting arrested in front of them." I was like, "Holy shit, these are the bad guys of the story, Mom? What?" She's like, "Just wait, Derek." She was like, "I was told by the oldest one that the 3, the 4, and the 6-year-old looked at the cops as they were dragging their mother away and said, 'Fuck them pigs.'" Those are the dopest fucking kids I've ever seen. Holy shit. Dude, I don't care. Like, I don't care what your like political beliefs are. Are you telling me a 3-year-old yelling "fuck them pigs" isn't maybe the most scary and adorable thing you've ever seen? Holy shit. I'd adopt him instantly. I'm not qualified to adopt anyone. But I know they were up for sale or however adoption works. Speaking of my mother, I'm going to get really intimate with you guys here and tell you about that woman was scared again. She's really scared of me. Oh no. That's going to probably play great over the cameras. Just one fearful woman in the background. Intimacy, no! I'm just gonna have to hold this. I'm too tall. That wasn't funny, guys. What? An observation of my clear height. The bar was low for me. Good. That's safe. No, my mom caught me watching porn when I was like 14. She caught me at the best time though. Like, she came in my room and, like, my parents were still up and the video wasn't picked yet, which is the best time because I don't know how many of you watch porn, but I was probably definitely going to click on incest porn. Not because I'm like, incest, but because it's, like, the best stuff they're putting out. Like, I also don't get it. Like, I've never, like, if you've ever watched a video the whole time, they're like, "Step bro, step sis." I'm like, I don't fuck someone and call them by their first name and title the whole time. What are you guys doing here? It's crazy. But she caught me, and she, like, pulls me back, like, through the whole house back into her room, sits in her bed, and for an hour, without saying anything to me, is scrolling through what I can only imagine is every page of Pornhub to ever exist. I mean, just scrolling. And I'm like, oh, this is awkward. I'm just standing here. And I found out after that hour why I had to stand there for an hour. Because I hear my father, who works an hour away, come sprinting down the front hallway through the entire house, throwing open the door, running. I'm not even joking, running for probably the first time in his life. He runs through, he gets to the back, throws the door open, he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" My mom goes, Derek's one of those porn watchers now. Derek's watching that porn. My dad goes from this position of like tired, out of breath, anxiety, stands up and goes, "That's all?" She didn't like that one fucking bit, guys. She was pissed. But so my dad like clocks that my mom is pissed because it's very clear when she is. And my dad comes and he gets in my face and he goes, "Hey, Derek, what if that was your mother in that video?" I was like, "We live in a way nicer house, Jason." That's Pornhub Productions, mister. I'd been rich. I don't care about trauma at that point. And then he was like, "Okay, what if it was your grandmother in that video?" I was like, "That would explain all of mom's goddamn problems, you know?" Like, and then I think he thought he was gonna get me on the last one. I think he thought this was like the trump card. He's gonna be like, I don't know why. That's why I imagine my dad pulling like a card out. He's like, He was like, "What if it was your sister in that video?" I was like, "She's 14, you fucking pedophile freak. What the fuck are you saying right now?" That one never gets as big of a laugh as the other ones. But knowing my dad's gonna watch me call him a pedophile freak when this video comes out really sold me on keeping it in. He's like, "You call me a pedophile?" I was like, you fucking said it, Jason, you know? But so he feels defeated after I own his ass for, I don't know, 4 minutes. So he goes and after driving an hour, he goes and solemnly like sits in the corner. Not like on the bed with my mother, but in like a cuck chair they have for some reason. And yeah, I didn't think about it till just now either. I'm gonna have to deal with that at a later time, but so then my mom is like, I think my mom's finally got her game plan. She's like, "Hey, Derek, I'm gonna tell all those kids you're going into high school with, I'm gonna tell them that you watch porn now. You're one of those teenagers that watches porn." I'm like, "Oh yeah, one of the few, Misty. What are you fucking talking about? There's not an epidemic of porn watchers or something." Yeah, shouts out porn watchers too. Holy shit. Broke bitch and porn watcher. Holy shit. OnlyFans loves her. Anyways, but so she's like, "I'm gonna tell him, and that way you'll be known around school as the porn kid." I was like, I'm not fucking scared of this. Oh no. It's like, oh no. But yeah, I know, terrifying. I'm like every other kid. But then she goes, "Okay, I'll tell him it was gay porn." I was like, "Okay, wait a second, Misty. Wait a fucking second. Do you know how fucked I am if you do that? Do you know how fucked I am if you tell them the goddamn truth?" Because I was watching gay porn. Anyways, I've been Derek Stacey. Y'all have been fucking amazing. Let's get Zach back up here.
Derek Stacey, everybody. Have we had a fun night, you all?